On April 17, 2026, an Iranian Revolutionary Guard speedboat fleet seized a Greek-flagged tanker in the Strait of Hormuz. The fourth vessel grabbed it in 11 weeks. 20% of the world's oil moves through that 21-mile choke point, and it just stopped moving. If the strait closes for even 72 hours, the gas you put in your car this weekend, the heating bill arriving next month, and the price of every package of food at your grocery store are about to climb in a way you haven't seen since 2008. But here's what almost nobody is reporting. The country positioned to profit most from this crisis isn't Saudi Arabia. It isn't the United States. It's a nation that sells no oil at all. And it has spent the last 2 years quietly buying up tanker capacity nobody noticed. By the end of this, you'll know exactly who controls the next gallon of gas you buy, and why your pump price is no longer set in Texas. To understand why one waterway can break the global economy, you have to go back to 1980. In 1980, the United States imported 6 to 9 million barrels of oil per day, and roughly 28% of it transited the Strait of Hormuz. A single American household spent about 2% of its annual income on gasoline. The strait was important, but it was one of several arteries. Russia exported through the Baltic, Venezuela shipped through the Caribbean, Nigeria fed Europe through the Atlantic. That changed in September 2022, when the European Union banned Russian seaborne crude in response to the Ukraine invasion. 5 million barrels per day of Russian oil were forced to find new buyers. Almost all of it rerouted east to India and China through one waterway, the Strait of Hormuz. By late 2024, that 21-mile channel was carrying not 20% of global seaborne oil, but closer to 30%. The system became single-threaded, one choke point, no redundancy. In 1980, a Hormuz disruption would have spiked oil by $8 a barrel. In 2026, the U.S. Energy Information Administration's own modeling shows a sustained closure pushes Brent crude past $185, a 110% jump in under a month. Think of global oil like a 4-lane highway feeding into a single toll booth. For decades, traffic flowed because 3 of those lanes had backup routes, alternate exits, side roads, ways around. Sanctions on Russia in 2022 closed 2 of those lanes. Yemen's Houthi attacks on Red Sea shipping in 2024 closed a 3rd. Now every car, every tanker, every barrel has to pass through one toll booth. And Iran is standing next to the gate. Here's what happens in the next 90 days if Tehran tightens its grip. Step 1. Insurance underwriters at Lloyd's of London raise war risk premiums on Hormuz transit from 0.7% of hull value to over 5%. That happened on April 21st. Shipping costs per barrel jump $4 overnight. Step 2. Tanker operators, there are only about 800 VLCCs in the global fleet, start refusing Hormuz routes. Available shipping capacity drops 25% in 2 weeks. Step 3. Asian refineries, which buy 76% of Hormuz crude, begin drawing from strategic reserves. Japan has 145 days of cover. China has 90. India has 22. Step 4. When India's reserves run thin, roughly day 30, global spot prices detach from contract prices. That's the moment your local gas station updates its sign twice in one day. Step 5. The U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve, currently at 397 million barrels, the lowest level since 1984, gets tapped. It buys about 60 days of cushion. After that, prices are set by whoever still has supply. But here's the part that almost nobody connects to this. The country that has been quietly buying up tanker capacity since 2023 isn't preparing to sell oil. It's preparing to charge rent on every barrel that moves. The shadow player is the United Arab Emirates, specifically the Abu Dhabi Sovereign Wealth Fund ADQ and its shipping arm, ADNOC Logistics and Services. Between January 2023 and March 2026, ADQ acquired or commissioned 47 new very large crude carriers, expanding its fleet by 380%. The UAE produces about 4 million barrels of oil per day, meaningful but not dominant. What it now controls is something more valuable: the boats. Take a household in suburban Atlanta, the Mendez family, a name I'm using as a stand-in for the 2.7 million Georgia households that drive over 25 miles to work. In April 2026, they paid $3.18 a gallon. If Hormuz throughput drops 40% for 60 days, the EIA's mid-range scenario, Georgia pump prices reach $5.40 by July. That's an extra $309 a month for a family that drives 1,200 miles. Multiply that across the 134 million American households the Federal Reserve tracks, and roughly $42 billion per month transfers out of consumer pockets and into the global oil shipping economy. A meaningful slice of it lands at a single port, Fujairah, on the eastern coast of the UAE, the only major oil terminal that operates outside the strait. When pump prices cross $5 nationally, the Federal Reserve's inflation models break. The core PCE index, currently at 2.4%, jumps above 4% within a quarter. The Fed, which had been planning 2 rate cuts in 2026, reverses. Mortgage rates, sitting at 8% today, climb back toward 8%. Home sales, already at a 30-year low of 4.1 million units annualized, fall further. The 2026 recession that economists at JP Morgan currently put at 35% probability becomes the base case. None of that requires a war. It only requires Iran to keep doing what it has already started, and the UAE to keep collecting tolls. The Strait of Hormuz is no longer a geopolitical risk priced into oil futures. It is the oil market. And the United States, which became a net energy exporter in 2019, discovered in April 2026 that exporting energy and controlling its price are 2 different things. 3 signals over the next 6 months will tell you which way this breaks. First, watch the Brent WTI spread. It currently sits at £4.20 a barrel. If it widens past $12, that means global buyers are paying a premium for any oil that doesn't touch Hormuz. The crisis is pricing in. Second, watch ADNOC Logistics chartering rates, published weekly out of Abu Dhabi. If day rates for VLCCs cross $120,000, they were $48,000 in February, the shadow player has started collecting. Third, watch the next OPEC Plus meeting on June the 2nd. If Saudi Arabia announces an unscheduled production increase, the Saudis are trying to cap prices before Washington forces them to. If they don't, they've decided $185 oil is fine. If 2 of those 3 move in the same direction, the gas station near your house is the place you'll feel it first. If your weekly drive is over 200 miles, what's the price per gallon at which you change something? A job, a car, a commute? I read every comment.